Karina, we'll start with you. Worst fan base right now in the NBA? Who is it?
Well, I was ready for this question. I love this question so much. I think, with these choices here, Celtics, Lakers, Raptors, I think you've got a spot on that these three are the worst. I'm still kind of torn as to like which one I'd put over the other. So what I've done is I've put each fan base in their own little category. Okay. We'll start with the Celtics. They are some of the worst human beings I have ever encountered. All I've seen from them on my timeline is wishing injuries on other players, just like really bad things like that. Disclaimer, I know like two Celtics fans who are actually the best human beings ever, so they don't fall into this category, but they're also women. So what does that kind of tell you about the bad ones? Moving on, the Lakers fans. I don't even know where to start here. Like, you have a mix of LeBron stans, Russ haters, and people just like that overall just kind of like talk trash about this team all the time. And I find them a little bit spoiled, especially with, the Lakers history. And even now, like, you have all of these people on this roster. And I've commented on this Lakers team as being like a time machine that's just kind of thrown up. But, it's an interesting fan base. And speaking of spoiled, we're going to move on to Raptors, the Raptors fans, because it's not that Raptors fans are the worst, it's that Raptors Twitter is the worst. They're always looking for a fight. They're always looking to gang up on someone. And for reasons that I don't understand, they just choose to be miserable, no matter what. And it was funny because between Tampa and now, during the off season, everyone was like, I miss Raptors basketball. I'm never complaining. We're back in Toronto. Like, how long did it take for them to just go back to being miserable again? Like, not even Scotty Barnes, who is just about the most delightful rookie you've ever seen. Not even him. Like, it worked for a little bit. He was like their happiness, but now it's gone back to, doom, terror, destruction. And God knows, like, I love a lot of people on there, but sometimes, like, I just need a break. And you understand this more than anyone.
Oh my goodness, you're in my head right now and you're speaking out of my mouth is what you're doing. I actually love that you had it like sectioned and you thought about this, you did research, you came together with your brainstorming. She really did. I appreciate that, Karina, seriously. For me, I think it's the same thing as you. I just did a 3-way tie. I said they're all the worst. Celtics fans, in my eyes, it's Boston. First of all, how do you like anyone from Boston? Second of all, like, they're still riding and milking that 1980 championship. Get over it. It's gone. We had the last one. Like, we had the last real one, if anything. So just chill. And then Laker fans, you said it yourself. So much ego for what? When did you win last? You've had LeBron James for how long? What happened with him? Nothing. And you're also right, Karina, because like what I realized too is that the Lakers, I don't know what their criteria was to get the right people together on the roster. I don't know what the GM LeBron James was doing, but what he did was he brought together, first of all, Laker fans, second of all, Russ stans and Russ haters, then LeBron stans and LeBron haters. So you have like 5 different sections of a fan base just with one team. And it's just shit. Like, it's not fun. It's not good at all. No one wants to be a part of that. And then, like you said, brings us back to the Raptors. And I'm going to have a hard time pronouncing this because I just can't. But I think we are the worst team with the inferiority complex. Did I pronounce that right? I did it. It was almost there, whatever. I've had to speak too much today. But I think, yeah, we always just think we're the worst. Woe is me, whatever else. And we want to, I get why, because we are in Canada. We do get treated not the greatest by the league or by the players. I understand that. But like, it's just constant. Like Karina said, it's constantly just, woe is me, this is me, it's that. We won a championship 2 years ago. We've had Kawhi. We still have Masai. You've got Scotty Barnes. Maybe we won't win this year. just adjust your expectations. And the other part of it too, Raptors has like 1,000 people in it. The Raptors fan base. It's only just on Twitter, there's like 1,000 people on there. Each time you go in someone's mentions that's like slandering the Raptors, you're just gonna see 1,000 Raptor fans underneath it. And if you looked at that like maybe 3 years ago, there was no one defending Kyle Lowry. Everyone was calling Kyle Lowry a fat ass. But now it's like you've got an army of Toronto just like hammering anyone in America. In a way, I like it, but in also a way, you're not. What about you, Luca?
I don't know how I'm going to top that off. I think both of you nailed it. Yeah, starting with the Raptors. I think these are the three teams, though, that, do have fan bases that are very questionable. With the Raptors, and I guess I was a part of this at one point. Like, I guess fans just feel like we always got this chip on our shoulder that we're not given the respect that we need. So, yeah, that sometimes showcases in a wrong way online. But I will say this. The spoiledness is definitely there because, I mean, the Raptors just won a championship in 2019. And obviously we had so many of those bad seasons before that. It's like fans forget how bad this team actually was. So going through these growing pains, it's okay. You're not going to be a championship team every single season. So don't start coming at the franchise and Masai if the team is going in a little bit of a rut and they're not necessarily at the top of the standings each and every year. It's the name of the game. There's only a few teams in all of sports that are a championship contender year in and year out. So I could definitely see Raptors fans being spoiled with that. And then also, yeah, like you said, Nora, it's like every time somebody comes at one component of the Raptors, it's like that meme, the We the North meme, where you got everybody on the tank coming after that one guy ready to defend the pride of the Raptors. So it could be a little bit too much and toxic at times. And then going on to the Celtics, same type of thing with the entitlement. They just think they run all sports, and rightfully so. I mean, they got a bunch of championships in all their sports, but as it pertains to the Celtics, yeah, they haven't won a title in a very long time. So it's like, where are you going with all that trash talk and nothing to back it up? And then with the Lakers, I just find there's a bunch of bandwagon fans where as soon as the team does go through adversity, they kind of just, half the fan base too came from like being fans of like the Warriors and coming on over. And then when the Warriors sucked and then LeBron James came on the Lakers, you saw a lot of the fan base return. So yeah, I think all three of these are the choices, and whoever came up with this list of three, bang on. Because I think this is it when talking about the fan base in the NBA.